well as Niana, as well as Priestess Makala. So we got a lot to talk about today. Um, it's some weirdness. I'm gonna turn this on. Weird stuff going on. Okay, like for instance, the emergency broadcast system went off, but there was no announcement if this was a test or not. It just went off and then it stopped. Okay, that was one. Was in a meeting from 10 to about 1 today. And it's a good meeting. Loved it. One of my spiral light practitioners, priestess, we're sitting there cultivating things, putting things together. I'm loving it. And I thought it was really awesome. We have this creative flowing thing going on. And after the meeting, I said, gotta go. I gotta go to Whole Foods, get some water, and I want to also get some aloe because I want to have some aloe drink. Thank you for the thumbs up. Um, so I get in the car. I'm leaving the meeting. I get in the car. I let the heat out, and I'm like, I know it's hot. UV 10 today. Okay. I turn on the air conditioning, and this is what we're going to get into today. This is all about energies. This is all about what's going on energetically and what happened when I turned on the air conditioning and I start backing up. And I'm going to go out to the road, go make me a turn. Then I got to make a U-turn and go back the other way. All of a sudden, I start paying attention to why is my head feeling like it's going like this? Like there's a suction going like this. And not only could I feel it, but I can actually see how my forehead was going like this. The literally, I watched it in the mirror how my forehead was going up like this, and I could see like the lines coming up like this. I said, "What the hell is this?" And I felt it all the way to my temples. So I'm driving. I make the U-turn. I dial my friend back, and I said, "Hey, when you get ready to get in your car, I want you to tell me." She goes, "Oh, I'm headed to my car right now." And I said, "Okay." So she gets in her car. I said, "Look, tell me if you feel like something pulling on your head, like like pulling upwards." So she gets in the car. She starts the car. She airs it out just like I do. She puts the air conditioning on just like I did. And lo and behold, she starts feeling the same thing. And she starts feeling it so much to the point to where it's like just pulling. She goes, "What is that?" I said, "I don't know." But when I tuned into it, all I could see was the earth gravitational being pulled. That's all I could see. And I was like, this is an earth gravitational pull. This is something pulling us. We're being pulled right now. This is happening right now. And we had talked about the fact when I woke up this morning, the only thing that was super, super dry was my eyes. Not my throat, not my skin, but my eyes were like super dry. And I said, damn, what is that? And I had to like massage my eyes to bring the fluid back in and massage them and put cool towels on my eyes to get them to be revamped up. And then it went away. And she said, yeah, I woke up with the same thing this morning with the dry eye thing and irritated, like just super dry for no reason. It wasn't dry yesterday, but just this morning was super dry. I said, yeah. So there's definitely a strong gravitational pull that's happening. So I need everyone to be so light, um, tribe to be aware that there's this pull. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you're not aware of it and you don't pay attention to it, it can literally cause you to have vertigo, or it can literally make you feel like you're going to fall over to the side. And please, please, please be careful when you're stepping off of the side of the curbs, when you're walking downstairs, or you're going upstairs, or you're stepping into, like some of us have the whole bathtub and shower unit, but you got to step up over the rim to get into your tub to do your shower or your bath or whatever. Please pay attention to the stepping up. You know, when you're trying to get into your bed, and if your bed is one of those high type of beds and you have to have a little step, pay attention to that, because the if what's happening, that that pulling can throw you off center. It really can. So it's pulling you like this. You might be thinking you're going this way, but you're actually going this way, okay? And not feel it until you find yourself on the floor or find yourself falling, okay? So just be aware we're in it. But here's the thing. This is how weird it gets. And I'm like, oh no, we're definitely going to dive into this. So today is the Blue Cosmic Hand, okay, June 24th. We got that 6, 6, and then 8 energy, okay? I endure in order to know, transcending healing. I see the store of accomplishment with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of magic, okay? 1 second. Some people just think they can get away with things. Nobody's going to catch them. I'll catch you. So the blue is the color for transform. The planet is earth. The chakra is heart. The earth family is core. And here's the message underneath, and this is weird. The great cosmic shift will be realized in a short time. And it depends on the personal discovery of those capable of becoming cosmically aligned. So today's title is about see your magic. See your magic. See your magic in self. See your magic all around you. But see the great cosmic magic happening. Feel it. See it. Believe it. Okay? So when I read this and how it's activating telepathically, how it's moving into the superconsciousness, and it's really expanding that, I said, oh my God, this is the great cosmic shifting. And it's like the great cosmic shift will be realized in a short time. And it is dependent on the personal discovery of those capable of becoming cosmically aligned, which means that you don't have time to be pulling along other people who don't get it. Okay, who don't get it, who don't understand it, who don't understand you, don't understand what you do, blah, blah, blah. You don't have time for those people. They missed the train, they missed the bus, and they're still sleeping. And maybe that's where they need to be right now because it's not their time. They're not aligned. But it doesn't mean that you stay behind to pull them. You still keep moving ahead. You still keep doing you. You still keep doing your awakening. And it's not even, we can't even call it awakening. You know what we have to call this now? you keep divinely aligning because you're already awake. You already see what's going on. So you just have to keep divinely aligning, moving forward so that you keep aligning with that. Okay? This is not about sitting in the goo of stuff. This is not about that. This is not about waiting till somebody else wakes up so that you can both go together. No, it's not about that either. This is about those who have done the work, who are in it to win it, and they are showing up. Okay? You can't bring others with you if they're not ready. They don't see and feel what you see and feel. Okay? That's it. Thank you for the love hearts. They don't see and feel what you feel. Okay? They don't. They're not there. So I had an incident happen, and I'm going to share this. She's not going to get mad about it. But I thought it was kind of interesting. God, I love you. She shows a video of me to her guy. Her guy doesn't know me, okay? And he sees it and says, oh, she's just weird. She's weird. And she tells me this. He just thinks you're weird. I said, yeah, well, yeah, I'm weird to him because he's not on this fucking train. That's why, excuse my French, he's not on the train. He didn't get the ticket, nor did he get the text. He's not on it. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what time it is. He doesn't know what time it is. And he's just blatantly going through not knowing himself. He doesn't know what time it is. So yeah, just know this, lovelies. You're going to look weird to people who don't know what time it is. Because they don't know what the hell's going on. They should have got the memo a long time ago. And they're still tinkling around out here. You know, let's go play home. You know. Yeah, I'm in the moment. Yay. No. That's what time it is. So I'm telling you this. I'm trying to get you ready for next month. We are what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 7 days out from July. Interesting. 7 days out. July is 7th month. 7 days out. It is going to be super intense because if I can feel what was happening just today, I'm like, what the hell is this? And I go, Spirit, what's this stuff? Oh, the planet is going through a gravitational pull, and the more the protons are hitting the photon belt, and your gravitational pull is moving you into this, and everybody's going to feel it. You're going to feel a little shifting in waters and stuff like that. Feels like pressure, suction. Here's my magical divine moment for you. This is why you want to make sure you're protecting your auric field. Because what if something does? Distraction pulls. What's it pulling? Life force energy. Okay? Unsettling if it's pulling. And the reason why I say that is because you got a divine force happening. Don't forget, we got artificial force doing stuff too. So we can't leave that out of the mix. Okay? We got the dual stuff happening. And the way you also know that there's a lot of pulling, this suctioning thing, pay attention how you listen, you hear the sound of your glass of your windows popping a lot. Because the glass is tempered, so it's going to adjust itself even through cooling and stuff, but you're going to hear that that popping sound. Okay? Don't be surprised if electricity, for whatever reason, just starts going out. Okay? Today is a 6-6 energy day because the 2 and a 4 make 6. Then you got the 8 on the end. So I really wanted to come in and talk about that. In case you're feeling it, you have to really caretake your body, especially right now, because if you're over here, anywhere from California to Arizona, all the way across the United States, through this belt right here, is all heat. Okay, heat coming in. You have to caretake your body. You pay attention to your eyes. Caretake your eyes. Moisture, eyes with nice cool towels over your eyes before you go to sleep. You wake up in the middle of the night, you feel your eyes super dry. Put moisture around the eyes again. Just moisturize them. Placing that. Okay. Nice cool towels on the eyes until we get past this shifting. So you're probably going to feel nausea, where you feel kind of nauseated today, and having a headache today from this. So that's the opening report of this energy that's going on. Today we're going to work with a vortex, energy of magic of the self. Now, everybody has their own divine magic. You have your own tapped in connection to magic, how you communicate, how you show up. And you have your own magic of self. But here's the thing. When you're in your magic of self, you have to, like I said, feel it, see it, and believe it. When I am flowing in full magic, I just know. I feel it and I know it. I'm not, I'm not doing that. It's like, it's going to be, it's going to happen. This is what it is. Okay. And that's how it shows up. So I told you today that I would show you this, but let me finish one more thing I want to bring up about today's can. We got in my notebook. Poor little notebook is all beat up now. Okay. There's some things I really am going to touch on today, but one of the things that came in really strongly today, that after I share this part, I'm going to bring this up as just food for thought, okay? And you have to pay attention to this. This is very, very important, okay? So discover the world that is in your own hands. Discover the world that is in your own hands. What are you creating? Okay. The function is healing. The action is know. And the power is realization. Okay. Believing in it, making it in its realization. This saying was powerful, and I love this. Don't say I do to it when you really don't to it. Don't say I do when you really don't to it. Pay attention to that. Don't say I do when you really don't. Okay? Don't say I do to a project and deep down inside you're like, I really want to do this. It's not looking the way I really want it to. It's not showing up. Don't say I do to a marriage, a potential marriage. You're going to get married to someone. And I already did a video about couples. But I'm going to say this because of where we're going next month. I can't stress this enough about the number 7. So don't say I do to someone when you really don't. Don't say I do to the possibility of their potentials. If you're seeing stuff now before you say I do, if there's verbiage that's being sent to you that doesn't feel very loving, don't accept that. Because if it's happening before you say I do and get that ring on your hand, it's going to be worse when you get married. Because for some people, they just automatically think they own your ass when they sign on the marriage certificate. You're mine now. You're mine. I can do with you what I want. That kind of attitude. And then they laugh it off. No. So please pay attention to that. Don't say I do to a potential. Don't say I do to, oh, maybe it'll change. Don't say I do to, it'll get better. The same with a job. Don't say I do to that job when you really don't want it. It's the same thing. Don't say I do when you truly in your mind, in your spirit, don't want it. Because what's going to happen? You're going to be very unhappy with it. That's not divine alignment. But you're settling out of fear. You're settling. Don't do that. Then the last thing I have to say before we dive into our stuff, and this is going to be for anyone who does a lot of heavy hair coloring and chemical relaxers, anything that's chemically heavy on the hair, okay? I got hit with something that was really interesting because there was this report that rolled up on my feed, and it was talking about the chemical relaxers, how they're tied into cancer. And I started thinking, where was my cancer 20-something years ago? Right here in my neck. What was I doing then? I was relaxing. I was doing that. And so Spirit showed me something that was really interesting. And it was like this in a flash. It says, I want to show you something what's happening. It kind of reminded me of that moment in King Arthur, the story of the sword. That's a good movie. When he takes that sword and he throws it in the lake and he's like, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to bond with the sword. I don't want the responsibility of the sword. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. And then he's kneeling down in front of this muddy water, and this hand comes up and grabs him and pulls him through this portal of water into the earth of water. And she's pulling in as the lady of the lake pulling him. And she tells him, let me show you what your uncle is going to do if you do not accept this sword. How he's going to treat the people, how he's going to hurt the people, what is going to happen if you don't accept this sword. And so when he comes back up, the sword is back in his hand, and he's like, he takes the sword. So this journey, when I got that information into me, it was that fast, and it showed me the hair. Showed the hair, DNA, copy of the strands, connected to the nervous system, connected to the whole body, the hair. Okay. And I said, okay. Then it showed the chemical going on top of the hair, like this, now is stretching it out, is breaking the bond of the DNA connection. Now is not giving the message clearly to the body. So now it's confused, and now it's sending out false energy signals to the body. And now the body is going to manifest some kind of cancer, because now it's going to read it as toxic, and it's sending it through the nervous system. Showed me the whole thing, how it travels. And I was like, oh my God. It says, see, this is why we're trying to help people not do this because of the toxicity that overlays on top of the DNA strands of the hair that comes from your head. This goes also for colors, toxic colors that you put in your hair. That's the signal is sending to your body, and you're wearing it on your head. And I'm like, oh my God. Wow. It was like that. That info was like that. So I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just wanted to share that. So now we're going to step into the vortex. In a way, we're going to start off with the vortex of magic within the cell, sharing all that little tidbit of info. I want you to just see a whirlpool of water. Okay, we're going to work with the water one. And just really start kind of getting a visual of what a whirlpool looks like when you see it in water. And you want that spiraling effect that's going like this. Like when you open up a drain and you watch it all spiral down, or if you're like me, when I open up the drain in the bathtub and I watch it all go down and I watch the little tornado vortex come and it just goes that fast down. You want to see that. So today we're going to ask for what sacred geometry message are we connecting? Holy Cholito. Just the one. Okay. What is a sacred geometry message that we are connecting to today? So this one comes from the Sacred Geometry Oracle. I heard somebody wait. Okay. And it comes with this book. Okay. So here we go. Hi, Kristen. So this is going to start us. Ooh, nice. Ooh, different. Okay. You guys are like jumping all over the place. Why are you jumping? Okay. Jeepers creepers. I'm like, jeepers creepers. Okay, first message is 30 is the mountain messenger. I'm going to close this up because it's... Stop it. Mountain messenger. It has the ancient ones in it. And this is number 30, mountain messenger. So when you get the card, it's a different message in the book. So you look at the energy of this, how transcendence. See, I like this. You're going to get this message, the mountain messengers. And then it's transcendence. Okay. So in here it says, this card is embedded with the sacred geometry. So it has the pentagon. It speaks of power and excellence and protection and divine transcendence. The natural world with the varieties of the environments provides a wonderful classroom for exploring your connection to the cosmos. Messages come to us in meridian form. Be advised to listen to the wind, the water, and all the voices of nature. Connect to the rock people and listen to what the animals have to say. The power of this communication may result in transcendent experience that deifies rational thoughts and conventional experience. You are invited to see nature in the transcendent light and to hold yourself in readiness for the messages that all of nature provides. Okay? So think about that. Hold on a second. She's in the bed. All right. So the next one is dancing prayer. The dancing prayer. Take a look at that. Dancing prayer. And that's the number 38. Interesting. Okay, this one's going to be interesting. Passion, Kundalini, the dancing prayer. This card uses the geometry of the flower and the fruit of life as the background for the expression of joy and the passionate embrace of living. The dancer is entrance with the fire of life, becoming the dance, becoming passion. She embodies moving the Kundalini energy. This passion may be the love or the work of artistry. You may feel that this passion comes from or is directed towards another. Know, however, that the beauty of your dance comes truly from who you are and the decisions you are making to get joy and creativity and energy moving through your life. Honor your passion and feel it down into the cellular level. It is the fire that feeds the love. It is the juice from which genius rise. It is the Kundalini. So I love this. Then our last one that's going to be the activating for this when we create this, I love it, this vortex, is the Metatron's Cube, number 41. This one represents community. This is all about the community. By beginning with the 13 female circles from the fruit of life and connecting every center with the straight male lines, a shape known as the Metatron's Cube appears. This card may also represent the relationship you have with others and how by joining through sustaining action, you form community. Community brings together the aspects of humanity, and when it's held in balance, it creates a cohesive whole. Do you feel part of the community? Are you contributing? Are you making giving life and forms and peace of sustenance, justice, and freedom to the community as a whole? This is a community card. Now, pay attention to, in the background, what is this? Who else does really good community with that background? That's a beehive. Okay? The structure of how a beehive holds itself together, community. Okay? So, I want you to just hold that thought. Hold the energy of what the Metatron Cube looks like, how you're moving that energy up through the body when we start the vortex. So, this is going to be a water vortex. If you want to do an air vortex, you can do an air. You pick the element you want to work with. I'm not going to tell you, but I want you to pick one. Okay? Why am I doing that? Well, honey, it's all about trusting yourself and your magic. I can't tell you everything what to do. You need to trust yourselves. That's how this rolls. Okay? So, pick an element, and we're going to go into the vortex. And in your vortex, I want you to see yourself in the creation of what it is that you've been working with for these past 17 days. Okay? How you see that, how you feel that, what's the connection, how are you feeling about it? How do you feel so far? Are you feeling like you're seeing change taking place? Or are you still feeling like You're stagnant. Okay, Kristen's going to do water. I'm going to do water because that's my nature. Um, are you feeling that? How are you feeling? Are you feeling like you're taking steps forward? Are you seeing the situation around you changing? Are you seeing synchronicity play out for you? Are you seeing and feeling your body feeling different? You know, how you're responding. How's your alignment? So, the magic is connect to an element. And I want you to see it. Connect to it. Good job. Close your eyes. Take in a nice deep breath. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Breathe in again. Deep breath in. Breathe it out. Inhale, exhale out once again. Feel your presence. Feel your breath. Bring awareness to your breath. Allow yourself to just let go of today's things that you had to do, what you still might be working on. Just allow yourself to release it and be in this moment right now. Connecting into the magic of the self. You are the magician. You are the wizard. You are the high priestess of the magic. See yourself walking out into the beautiful mountain areas that are beautiful, captivated by the shores of water and the winds that howl through the mountainsides. You might even feel yourself being in New Zealand. Maybe you'll feel yourself in Ireland. But wherever you are, there is the mountainside and the beautiful waters next to you. And you might just be that beautiful, magical being that stands right at the cliff of the mountain, overlooking the waves of water as they're crashing into the side of the cliff. Right below, you see it. You feel it. You feel the howling of the wind as it blows gently through, but there's this howl sound, whistling. The wind is allowing you to know that it's here. You feel the sun, the sunlight above you, as those beautiful rays of light gently comes down through the soul star, as it just gently comes down through the crown into the third eye. The warmth of the sun is just embracing every part of you as it drifts down into the throat chakra, over the shoulders, down to the fingertips, and it comes back up, the light. And now it drifts all the way down into the center, into the high heart. As it expands the heart, breathe here. Inhale in, Exhale it out, feeling the connection to the beautiful divine sun, Polaris, as it just allows you to breathe in its essence as you stand in all the glory that you are. The energy of the beautiful sunlight drifts down into the center of the body, moving into the solar plexus and the sacral, down into the root, as it circles around to the back of the body, around the hips, up to the lower back, and drifts back up to the center of the back, all the way up to the top of the head, embracing once again at the third eye. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale it out. And allow the energy from there to come back down the spine, through the cervical part of the neck. As it moves to the thoracic part of the neck, the energy moves to the lumbar of the back, down into the sacrum, the root of the self, creating inspirational connection through the kundalini of yourself, of whatever's ready to move through that divinity. You are in control of that. You call that energy forth that embraces every part of yourself. And as you awaken that beautiful energy, as that energy of the sun yet still flows down through the hips, down through the legs, down past the knees, all the way down the calves, down to the feet, into the soul, into the earth star, into the earth star. And allow the energy to drop into the water star. Bring in that connection. Breathe here. Inhale in. Exhale it out. Allow yourself to just feel that presence. Feel that connection. And now feel yourself within the mountain area. If you're standing at the cliffs and you see the waves of the water coming in, feel that. If you feel the howling of the wind, if you're going to connect with the air, feel that. And feel yourself reach up as the divine being that you are, placing your hand either towards the waters or up above to the air, and allow yourself to connect, calling that in, calling in the water element. I ask for the vortex of water to spiral in all your magnitude, to spiral, calling in the vortex of water to bring in the flow of what I know, to bring in the flow of the magic that I grow, to bring in the flow of the passion that I connect to. And watch the vortex, the whirlpool of the water form. Feel it within your hands, your fingertips. Feel the coolness and the spiraling of the water as it creates this beautiful vortex. And it's gentle, it's beautiful. It has beautiful iridescence of light codes spiraling within the vortex, within the whirlpool of the water. Just feel that, see it, how it glistens and sparkles. Feel that. Breathe that in. In this moment, while connecting to the water, you feel the energy of all that you desired, all that you've been working on, is now spiraling and printing into the water, along with the codes that support it. And as it spirals and moves into the water, it anchors all that you desire down to the center of the vortex. And it anchors all the way down into the positive timeline of Mother Earth. Feel the spiraling of the waters. Feel the connection. Feel the connection. And you might feel this move through your body, that it's actually activating you to feel a physical spiraling, a vortex of energy around you. And just know in this vortex, this energy is just supporting everything that you desire. It's sacred to you. As you are supported by the waters, the winds are above you. And if you so choose to connect to the winds, it's Creator's breath. It is also Mother's breath. And just allow the energy as you extend your right hand up and just see how the energy of the wind starts to spiral. You might even see speckles of dust start to move in a spiral and lifting up, creating this dusting. But it's not so much a dust look. It's kind of like a sparkly look. It feels good as it just moves. And if you're really strong in your vortex of air, you feel and see even little gemstones that are spiraling in the air. That is creating a signature vortex right above you, connecting into the air. And with your breath, you take a deep breath in and you blow into the vortex of air. And in that vortex of air is the connection to the passion and what you desire. The connection of all the wonderful energy of what you've been creating, moving into the air. And as it spirals in the air, it imprints itself in the ethers of what you are creating with the beautiful light codes from Polaris, the sun. And just feel that connection through the sunlight as it emanates around your vortex of the air, showing you the beautiful vortex as it spirals. Those that are connected to the water are seeing the vortex of your whirlpool expanding and contracting. You're hearing the water as its soothing sound of how it moves, how it's just embracing itself and intertwining. Feeling that spiral. The air is moving above you, connecting to the air vortex. The air vortex will lift up all that you feel of the magic of the self of what you create, all that what you believe in, and all that you see yourself having. And as it lifts up and keeps lifting, the vortex spirals and spirals all the way up into the ethers until the sun itself captivates it. And the sunlight expands with the air, and it becomes a long, glycering expansion of the air releasing its vortex out into the ethers. Take a deep breath in and breathe in as you work with that element of air. And allow yourself to breathe that in. The water whirlpool is spiraling and expanding. The glistening is coming up in all of its different tones and colors. From the rays of the sun hitting it, you see the beautiful element of the water. It's soothing, it's very connecting to you. And as you connect with the water, you see the images of everything that you are creating. The water is absolutely giving you the images, the pictures back to you of your thoughts, of how you see yourself connected to all that you create. What have you been creating? The water is showing it to you as it spirals around and shows you an image of what you are creating. As it spirals back around, it shows you another image of what you're feeling about it. As it spirals around, it shows you another image of your belief of having it. And just feel this vortex as it keeps shifting and showing you the images. Feel into that energy as it shares it back to you. It's totally connected to you. And now the beautiful vortex of the water spirals more. As it increases into its vortex, you feel that energy. And now you see the vortex of water coming up, 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 all the way to where you are standing over the cliff and see the vortex. You are able to take your hand and touch the spiraling vortex of the water. As it just moves through your hands, you feel the flow. You feel the connection through the water. And you say to the water, it is done, it is done. As well as those that are saying into the air, you look up and you say, for it is done, it is done. And now the water looks back at you, shows an image of you, nods its head of you looking back at you, and then drifts back down and becomes one with the waters below. And as the whirlpool of the vortex slowly expands out and dissipates, you feel the connection like never before. That it's done. It's done. And as you look over and you see the waters now so calm and beautiful, still glistening with the beautiful light that is emanating off of the water with the sunlight, you feel the completion. You feel the divine magic of the water still flowing through you of that connection. And as you look up into the air of those who are connected to the air element, you just see and feel the sunlight expansion through the air, but you also see the beautiful elements of the birds and how they fly through the air, giving you their blessings and love of flying right over you, letting you know that it has been done. And now you stand in all that you are and taking in a nice deep breath, being present, exhaling out, and just feeling the magic of your connection to your heart. Knowing who you are, knowing that you are sacred, that you are divine, that you are a divine magic. You have that divinity in you to create whatever it is that you desire. You just have to align to it and let yourself become a part of what you dream, and let yourself become a part of what you believe in, and then allow yourself to receive it. This is the divine magic of self. This is how you see the divine magic of you. You are the divine magic. You are that essence of creator. There is nothing that you cannot do. It's in the power of you. You create the change. You create all that you seek and desire. You just have to divinely align and trust and know that it is done. This is the divine magic of you. Taking a nice deep breath. Hold the breath. Exhale it out. And a nice deep breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale it out. Last one in. Deep, 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 deep breath. Deep. Exhale it out. And now allow yourself to be back in the presence as you come back from the beautiful hillsides, the mountainsides, as you come back into your presence of now. Bring awareness to your fingertips. Bring awareness to your feet. Bring awareness to your heart as you place both hands over the high heart cell. And breathing in, I am present. I am the divine power. I am connected to that. It lives within me. Breathe that in. I am the divine magic of self. Exhale out. And when you are ready, open your eyes and be here now. How's everybody feeling? How does your elemental connection feel? Now someone will probably say, why didn't we do the fire? Because I don't want you to disintegrate it that fast. I want you to grow with it. That was so beautiful. It made me cry. Oh, honey. Oh, Shay. Don't cry. Oh, I understand if you're releasing. But you know what? I'm going to share this with you. I've never done that before. Okay? That's my truth, and I'm sticking with it. I tell you, I only just show up. They said, okay, I'm going to talk about the magic of self, and we'll do the vortex. I said, how is this all going to go? And they always do, they show me images. So I saw myself in Ireland. I've never been to Ireland. I would love to go to Ireland. I got lineage there. But I saw myself in Ireland, and I saw myself as this priestess in my purple, and I was over the waters, and I was like, yes, waters that you are, I call to you and all that you are. Show me the power of the vortex through you. Open the vortex. And that's what I was seeing myself doing. And then the other part of me was like talking to you and guiding all of you. But the magic me was at the waters, was over the cliff, was seeing the water, feeling it, being a part of that. I was feeling that. And yes, you're going to feel that relaxation because we're dealing with air. Air comes through and likes to move things off, move through. It sweeps through. Air sweeps through. Water likes to take you and likes to flow with you. It dances with you. It likes to just take you and cradle you and hold you and kind of let you float through and move through. But then, depending on what emotions you have, water can be a little choppy. It can be a little violent. It can be a little... It can become a storm, a reckoning. Water can become overflowing in itself. The wind can be in its own form of destruction as it spirals too much and gathers up everything around it. And the wind, the air takes on an image because it's gathering up material and it comes into a physical form, much like a tornado. Okay, when you combine when you combine the air and water together, they form, and then they make the air and the water dances together and spirals, and that's where you get the extension of the water that comes up, and it's a water sprout that comes up. So they dance together, the water and the wind, don't they? They dance very well. So any questions? Spirit told me to ask any questions. Anybody going through anything? Are you good? See how everyone is feeling about their 17 days in already. How are you feeling? If you're feeling good, just put a smiley face. You're feeling connected. You're seeing things. You don't have to go into details if you don't want to. But just say that you feel something, that you feel connected to what you're doing. I guess they like to just hear that. See how everyone, they see everything. They know already. So we're going to close out with some medicine messages. They're done. I finished them last night, and they're blessed up. So I'm going to put them in my magical purple bag. I feel like my immune system is so much stronger. Oh, hell yes. Yes. Of course it is. You want to know why? Because you are allowing yourself to lift up and to move out of those things. I feel relaxed and like I am flowing. Yes. You're talking to your body. You're allowing your body not to hold on to things anymore. You're letting your body to release it. And that's what's causing you to feel the difference. Your immune system, we talked about this yesterday, the high heart is the thymus. And the thymus is the one when you tap on it first thing in the morning, midday, and at nighttime, you send the signal to the body, hey, increase my immune system. Hey, how's the blood cells doing? Let's get the lymphatic system moving. Let's get this done. Let's do this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's the tapping of this into the body. Okay, so it really helps with that connection. So, they're in the purple bag. Okay, I'm going to pull one out. I'll pull 3. Okay, so the first one I got is a blank. What are we starting on? And it's the only one in the bunch. Okay, it's the only one. The next one I got is the Tower. What needs to change? What needs to come down? And then the energy I'm looking at is man, the male energy. What is within the male energy, the Tower energy, that needs to be stripped away so that they can stand in the essence of who they are? What does the man energy feel like he is still trapped in, and it still needs a tower effect? What's the tower effect? Okay, these are on the clear acrylic. So what's the tower effect? So let's see what shows up in the read. So we got man, we got a blank slate. There's nothing on it, blank. So this, when you have a blank slate, this is looked upon as 0, looked upon as starting over. What do we need to start over? Because the tower just came down. But what is it with man? What does man need? What does man need? Okay. So let's take a look. Let's ask the ancestors. So just letting you know, that's the first time I did the pull from those. I didn't do a pull last night. I didn't pull any dice last night. I blessed them up and connected them. So what's the message for man? Starting a clean slate in the tower. The tower is down. What's the message from the waters for man? And the tower is down. Ancestors, what's the message? The tower is down, the blank slate. What's the energy message for man? How can man, the divine masculine, be supported? Okay. Messages from the stones. See the beauty, gratitude, the sacred is everywhere. See the beauty, see the magic everywhere. The sacred is everywhere. See the gratitude, the sacred is everywhere. See the beauty. Okay, so coming through the yoni, the creation, the divine feminine energy support. The water says, the well maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. This is beautiful. Kindness, respect, and divine passion. Having compassion. So the divine, it's the whale of maidens. When we talk about the maidens, it goes mother, maiden, crone. So the maidens are the ones that are holding that is maidens, mother, crone, excuse me. The maidens are the ones that are the youth that are holding that energy of support and renewal and opening. Because remember, we got a blank slate here. Now the ancestors say, root of the water. Highly sensitive. It's the number 28. Root of the water. Highly sensitive. So the tower is coming down. How do we support the divine masculine energy when the tower is coming down? So let's read that. The root of the waters. The root of the waters. I choose to express my feelings openly and fully. So do you understand this? We're going to have a lot of men with the tower effect. They have to express themselves. Ooh, 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 what do? What have we taught the men? What have they been indoctrinated into believe? That they cannot cry. They have to be strong. They can't show any emotions. Because if you do, you're thought of as not a man. You're what? They call you names. So the energy to be able to express yourself and to be able to let that go. We as women, we have a way to express ourselves. We cry. Men hate to see women cry. I don't care how strong you are. Unless you're just a soulless man and you don't care. There's something about when a woman cries, it gets to the soul of a man. And it does something to them. It makes them remember when the mother had them and she cried as they were coming out, as you were coming out of the birth canal or coming out. The joy of the cry. But then when there's the cry of the sadness, it hits them on a different level. But they've had to turn that off. Or if they express or show sadness, they have to do it somewhere where nobody sees them. So there's no judgment. This is why the well of the maidens come up to help support and bring that. This is why it is giving the gratitude to the sacredness of being born through the yoni space of that gives you that. And then she's like saying the high sensitivity, the root of the water. What is the root of the expression? What needs to be expressed? So I choose to express my feelings openly and fully. The ancestor plant spirit also represents the inner child. Lean into the energy of play. Your ancestors did not always have the gift and privilege of play. Allow yourself to be free enough to play in their honor. The ancestors are nudging you. The signs are you are paying attention. Nature is speaking to you. The plant ancestor is empathetic and intuitive energy. The hibiscus plant has a youthful energy, the root, the plant spirit, the messenger of the ancestor. There may be news of romantic proposals coming your way. So if you're looking at something romantic, yeah. But if you're needing to let go of something, it's that. But here, honor your feelings, your creativity is ready to flow. Take advantage of all the creative opportunities coming your way. But it's also about that releasing to be able to let go. I choose to express my feelings openly and fully. So men, the warriors, if you have something really pent up inside of you, you need to talk. This is why I like it in Taino's the way we have it in governs, the women do the medicine together and then the men do the men medicine together. Okay, then we only come together when we're doing ceremony and dance, the areato, coming together for that in a spiral form is when the divine masculine and feminine comes together. So, but they are in govern separate because there's medicine that the women have to do and there's medicine that the men do. That a woman can't go over to the men and instruct all the medicine that the men have to do. No, that's governed through men's medicine. And it's honoring that. And sometimes what happens if you don't have an opportunity to get away and to go to a men's medicine or someone's putting together a men's gathering group. I'm not talking about like with AA in that form when you go to a group for that because that's supporting you. If someone has drug or alcohol, things like that, that's a different gathering. I'm talking about the spiritual connection when men get together. There's something about when you can get together and you can be in nature around a fire. The medicine comes up through your DNA. This is why I love it when I watch the men, I want to say the Maui men, when they are going to do the haka, when they go into haka. When I see them do haka, I am like, oh my gosh, I can see the spirit energy of what they once was that they tap into. And that energy comes in through them. And then that's when you see them when they're going into that, and they're hitting the fist and they make their face literally changes into their warrior self. This is when you get the expansion of the tongue that comes out. And the tongue is an expression of, I am fearless. I am going to show that whatever's coming towards me, I'm going to take you down because I'm going to show you I am a force to be reckoned with. I'm going to take you out. They shift into these warrior beings when they're doing the haka. And it's just a beautiful thing. If you've never seen that, go through on YouTube and watch a haka ceremony when they do it and how they bring that energy in. They connect into the Mother Earth energy. They connect into the air in the energy. And when they're moving it, They pull in the spirit of fire that comes through their heart, and you see it, and it comes up, and it's like, ah, they do this be in your face, and they release that. So this is where it is that highly sensitive thing that does need to be supported with the divine masculine, because they need to be able to express themselves. Y'all don't have to always hide your tears. You don't have to hide how you're feeling. Your divine feminine energy, if she's in your life, she holds the energy to support you in that. And this is what is coming in as we move higher in these realms. Okay, we're already in 5. This, you can't get rid of that energy. They can steal energy away like they've been doing for over 5,000 years, shoving you backwards. But that energy still keeps moving forward. Okay? You can't just get rid of it. So your being energy, as we move into these higher places, the divine masculine and divine feminine energy dances together, becomes a unity, and matches that. The divine feminine energy has to support and create that space so that that divine masculine can feel safe enough to express himself without judgment. And our society has been judging men to be like that, to not cry, to not express yourself, to always be strong. Yes, you can be strong. You can be the warrior, but there comes a time when you have to express and release your water, the element of expression, that emotion. You got to release that so that you can be healthy. This is why, look at this. I want my divine feminine women, look at this. When a man gets prostate cancer or anything going on in the prostate, that's a part of water that flows through that part of the body. If they are not in a place that feels safe to express themselves, that is going to get jammed up. It's going to get blocked. And then all those emotions are going to go there. That is his power energy. He's a part of that creation. He's a part of that. So if it gets blocked, he can't express or release that emotion through tears, through the cry in his voice. Oh, now we got it stuck in the throat. Now we got it stuck in the chest. Oh, now it's so stuck, it's all in the intestinal tract because he held on to it. And what is cancer? To eat at oneself. That's what that is. You didn't have a chance to express it. You couldn't get it out. You had to shut it down. When you have to shut yourself down and you can't express, you're simply withering inside. So today, the magic of self is standing in the truth of what is it that I just need to just express and be able to just let it go without judging myself, without making myself feel like, oh, I don't want anybody to see me cry, no. How can all the divine feminine energy support you? Because you're going through a tower. That means you're about ready to, your tower's coming down. You're like, I can't take it anymore. You're ready to, I want you to think about this. What if a lot of the men who just reached that point of explosion were just simply men that needed to talk and express themselves and cry without judgment? Instead of doing the opposite, they lock down and they become destructive beings. Or they lock down and they go into always being a warrior 24/7 because they guard. They can't let themselves express. Yes, there's a lot of healing for that. But it starts with the place of recognizing it and allowing yourself to feel safe enough to release. How many of you, as women, held a boyfriend when he was sobbing? How many of you ever held a guy who, or brother, an uncle, a father, a grandfather, and let them cry? How many of you witnessed that, allowed it, and just hold that space? And you don't tell them, don't cry. You tell them, let it out. Because in that purging is the magic of the healing, is the medicine of the tears and the voice cleansing. So if we could just allow the divine masculine to feel safe enough to just express and let that go. Your divine masculine partner would come back solid. He would come back really connecting. And there would be this balance and the harmony within him. Our prostate issues that men have would decline dramatically. Heavy heart and any other things that go on in men would decline dramatically because they have a way to express and they felt safe enough to just let it go. That's seeing magic in everyone. Seeing the magic in the most highest divinity coming through to heal. And all of us have the one medicine. It's called just hold sacred space. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to solve it. Just allow the expression to come out. Allow the body to reset itself through the nervous system by releasing all of that, put it on freaking pause, lock it down crap, and let it go. Yes, our world would be so much better because now you see a lot of male energy that is the freaking tower that is doing destruction because they never got a freaking time out. They've been in warrior mode since they came out of the birth canal. They are ready to just go attack, annihilate, because that's the emotion that's coming out that's bypassing the one that needs to really be released. And this is also why you see some that take themselves out because they can't handle it. Because they got so locked down inside themselves. So, thank you, grandmothers. Thank you, elders, for that. Thank you so much for that. That was a beautiful transmission of information to come through. Sometimes when I talk about that, the male, I always want that warrior to show up. And the part of that is because we as women miss our warriors. We want to feel safe like we used to back in the day, where everything was in balance. We got to get back in balance. And we will, whether we like it or not, because we're about ready to get our butts spanked. It's kind of like the energies are going to come through and say, you are going to be in balance whether you like it or not. Go home to your mother. So it's just all about being in that balance. And we're going to get a good practice of that come July. We got 7 days away. Yeah. It's the final countdown. Okay, anyway. I hope everyone got this message well. And this was a beautiful, I had no idea how this was going to turn out. But I asked that everyone, please put a like on the video. And let this emanate out to those who just need a little divine magic of themselves to see themselves as the magic. Okay? You are divinely seen. You are divinely heard. You are divinely loved. You are divinely aligned. You are divinely awake. You are divine in every sense of your being. But the one thing you got to remember, you are the divine magic. You are that. You have always been that. You just need to see it, feel it, and believe it. And that's all there is to that. All right? All right, lovelies. Gosh, I feel like I just went through being a grandmother and then coming back up, and I'm like, oh, what's going on with me? All right, I need to, just drink my aloe vera and cranberry juice. Yeah, I'm going to go do that. All right, lovelies. It's been my pleasure to be here. Yet once again, we're doing that 21 days. We're almost done. We are 3 days out. We got 72 more hours to hold on to your beautiful crystal portal, working inside of that, cultivating, being connected. And then when we're done, we're going to close those portals out. All right? So, be good to yourself. I will see you tomorrow. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much for showing up, allowing yourself to be, allowing yourself to create, to be reminded of who you are, and to claim your